Patricia with Patricia's Crafting Corner. Today, on this video, we will be making some jars. And I'm still working towards decorating my bathroom. And this video, I will be making 2 of the diamond cut jars, the little intricate diamond cuts. The lid I'll have to make twice because I couldn't find it for the second mold. A small container with a lid that I think that would fit in with the theme of what I'm doing. And lastly, I will be making a large oval tray, which is not going to be in this video, but hopefully it'll be in the next video so we can complete the set. I will be using my Lutz resin, epoxy resin. I have GRDZ Plus metallic alcohol ink, rich gold. And I have my Rolio mica powder, excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. My Rolio pigment mica powder, and it's in graphite black. I already have some in a cup. I've started to add the ingredients or the resin to my cup. I'll be making 10 ounces, and we'll see what happens and how this project turns out for me. I'll be back in a minute after I've gotten everything mixed and ready to go. Okay, I'm back. I've got my resin mixed, and I've got my mica in a cup. I also have less than an ounce, or about an ounce, of clear resin in a small cup. What I will be doing is adding my rich gold mica metallic alcohol ink into it. And let's see, I think what I will do, so you can see what I'm doing, is add about 5 drops of the gold. Now mix this up. I know you can't see me. I'm off camera with the mixing, and I'll try to get into camera so you can see just what it is I'm actually doing here. I scrape the size of my cup, which you probably all know, to make sure all that ink is worked into the resin. And I think it looks pretty good. It's not real dark. I don't want it to be, but it's dark enough for me and for what I'm going to do with it. I will take clear resin and add it into my cup with the mica powder. Just add just enough to mix it. Okay. And with a large stick, I'll be working this into the mica, into the resin. I had about 3 heaping scoops from using the smaller stick into my cup. But once I get this mixed in so that there's no powder at the bottom, and all of it's thoroughly mixed, I will add the remainders of the clear to add it to the black epoxy. Goodness, the black microfill resin. Okay, that's dark enough. Because like I say, this is a graphite black. Now, I will be adding the remainder, or enough to fill the cup. I'll just add it all. Now, if my measurements aren't too far off, when I clean my molds, I fill them with alcohol, and I got 2.5 ounces for the larger molds, and about 2 ounces for the lid. Like I say, I'll have to make 2 of the lids. I just want to finish working this in and blending it through. And then I'll get started pouring. I'd like to thank all of my subscribers. I had 3 new subscribers. And what I'll start doing at the end of the month, I will add the names of the new subscribers that I will give shout outs to that have channels. And there are a couple that I had and I missed because I've not been able to go through all of the videos and answer most of the comments. So I would like to be able to do that on a more consistent basis. And I think what I will do is after each video and before the actual posting of a new video, I will go through and I will list the channels of the subscribers that I had so that they can also, if you don't know about them already, you can check them out and see what they're doing and what they're creating. Okay, now I did see just a little bit of powder at the tip of my stick here. Don't want to get too carried here. Starting to spill. And I promised myself I was going to be a lot neater this year. And we'll see how that works out. Okay. Because it is awfully hard sometimes keeping the mats clean. But that's the purpose of having the mats, helping you keep your workspace clean and keeping the resin from sticking to it. I'd like to know how everybody's doing. And today is a snow day, not just for the kids, but for everybody. We live in St. Louis, and we had snow yesterday and Saturday, starting Saturday evening. And reportedly, we've got up to 6 inches of snow. And I was watching YouTube earlier today, just because I have my son that lives outside of Kansas City. And also Mrs. Francis lives in Kansas City or near. And boy, have they got a lot. They had a blizzard warning this morning about 7 a.m. And they were just talking about the snow and how the driving and conditions were, and that there's more to come, which we will be getting more also. Now, let me move that out the way before I spill it. What I will be doing with my gold, I'm squishing first mold, making sure that the resin is all the way down. And I did spray the molds again with alcohol. I will be using my pipette to put the gold in. and I'm trying this out for the first time to see how it works. Instead of just pouring it in, what I want to do is use the pipette and strategically pour or put some in just along the sides to see how that works. And I'm going to try to work a little fast here because I don't want my resin to cure on me. Now, I'm just going to run it down the sides and let it drip. Actually, I need to cut my pipette just a little bit more because it's not really pulling it up good enough to really make a difference. I'm just going to go on and do this for now, but I will on break if I haven't filled all the molds. As I was saying, this year I want to really branch out and do more. I've got quite a few things in my mind of what I would like to accomplish and see the results of them. I don't know what I'm hoping for here, but whatever it looks like, and if it turns out to look nice, voila! So now I will continue. I hate to squish it after I've done all of that, but still I want it to fill the spaces as much as possible. Okay. I will turn my tray because I will be using my my curing box, my machine. Wow, look at those bubbles coming up. Some nice big bubbles at that. I'm hoping that I do have the right amount. And maybe I put a little too much in the gold, but that was a chance I had to take to make sure I had enough of it. And again, I'll be doing the same thing down the sides. Instead of just making a marble look or just blending it, this came to my mind, and I really would like to see the results of it, if it would be something I would do again. And maybe give you guys an idea. Now I'm going to add just one more, I think, for this, and that'll be it. Now I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this with the lid, but I'm sure something will come to mind. And actually it already has. Look at those bubbles. I did, like I say, I did put the alcohol, spray the molds with alcohol prior to starting. And I hope they cure round because, you know, um, I've had some molds that didn't retain the shape because they had been bent. But these are some molds that I've had for quite a while. I would have to guess about 2 to 3 years when I first started doing my resin crafting. Now, I'm going to spray with alcohol again, just to help those bubbles break. I think I might have just a little too much in this second one here that I just filled. So what I will do is try to scoop some back into the cup, hopefully without making a real big mess. I think that might do it. Maybe just a little bit off of this one. Okay. Not too messy, not too messy. Now with the lid, what I've decided to try is to take some of this gold and just add it I'm not sure if this is going to work, but it's a thought. Just dragging it over some of the little detailed design inside. And I will finish it off with the black. I see I'm going to have to make more, of course, but it was almost exactly what I needed, but I was able to fill the two larger molds up. Yeah. It wouldn't be me without a mess. So if you give me a few minutes, I'm going to take a break, make up more resin, fill the rest of the molds, put them under the curing machine cover, let them cure, and then we'll see what they turned out to be, our final view. So I'll see you in a little while. Thank you. Hello, I'm back, and it's the next day. Today is January 7th. Excuse me. I let my parts cure overnight. I took them out of the curing machine after a few hours and let them finish curing, setting on my table here. I did break the seal on a few of them to just try to help it not be so hard on my hands. And I want to get right into it. I already see air bubbles at the bottom of my jar. And since they're at the very bottom, I'm not going to be too concerned because, first of all, they are personally for me, but I still would like them to look as nice as possible because I want to display them in my bathroom. I'm going to roll this down as well as I can to get it started. There's a few rough edges that I know will have to be trimmed and sand. So what I will do is get it started. I'm going to put it close to me. I have a glove on one hand to get a better grip at pulling it because I find that sometimes my hands don't grip as well as they should. Okay, here it comes. I really want to see what happened with that gold that I injected. Now, these molds are a little old and they're not as shiny as they used to be, but then too, this is not going to be a problem for me. I'm pulling it off, pressed against me right now, as carefully as I can. I'm going to break that seal and plop it out. I did, when I took it out the curing machine, it was still just a little soft. So what I did was try to roll it around in my hand to try to shape in that O circle ring. Because like I say, a lot of them had been coming out where they were not so rounded, and it was hard to fit the tops on them. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is just take them all out of the molds first, and then we'll examine them and see what's what. Do the hardest ones first, of course. And that would be the larger jars. So I break this seal, run my finger around in there. And same thing with the bubbles on the bottom. Honestly, I would rather use the curing machine for smaller parts, but since I want to try to get my videos out in a timely manner, I will use it on some of the larger pieces, even though I know it could be causing problems for me. If they're not for someone in particular, I won't be too obsessed, but I do think that I would rather just let them sit out and cure. And I want to try to do more where they're not in the curing machine. Okay, this one is a little better. And just like with the other one, It's not as shiny as I would like. But then again, that would probably mean I need to buy some new molds to replace them, because these have been used and then haven't been used in quite a long time. Okay, that one, the shape is a little bit better. Still want to just go around it a little bit. Now I don't see any air bubbles on the top, so that's a win-win. I'm not going to stress out on the bottom, because it would be nice that no one really has to see that. This one is a lot easier because of the way it's made. It's rolling down quite easily. And I don't even have the little air bubbles. See, this is what I'm saying about the curing machine. The difference in the smaller pieces and the larger pieces. Because right around this edge here, like I said, it sometimes reminds me of when it's curing and it's gotten a little too hot at a point and it flash cures, that ridge around there. Now that's how mine have looked a lot of times when they flash cured. If you can see. Okay. All right. So far so good, though. I'm not gonna cry or get upset. One more to go. But I do see where this one, I did see this large bubble, and I'm going to show it to you as soon as I take it out, that popped up, and I sprayed it again, and I actually stuck one of my little thingies here, the little brushes, down in there to try to get rid of it, but it didn't. I've never had one to leave a bubble like this before, but that's okay. And then I still see that little ugliness right there with the real fine air bubbles, and it looks like maybe a possible flash curing, but when I come here, it's smooth and it doesn't show any evidence of it. The only thing right now I'm going to count is those little air bubbles, which I'm not going to get upset about. We're going to look, go around the edges. Now just little teeny bubbles and some of the little crevices there. But the top itself looks pretty good. What do you think on that one? I'm sorry I got away from the camera, but how does that one look? Okay, we will have to smooth that out. Now we'll go to one of the larger. I just see actually nothing. I don't really see too much of my gold anywhere. I don't see it. What I was hoping for, that it would just run down the sides, kind of just drizzle down into the black. There's just a tiny bit of gold. I don't know if you can see that, but I was hoping for so much more. It's not bad looking. Okay, it'll work. Let's see if my lid will fit it. Yep, nice fit, nice fit. Now, let's see. I'll take it off because I know it still needs to cure. This one, same. smooth, no air bubbles. I don't even see any in the inside actually. The gold, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Very little hints of it. I'm not upset, but I do see the air bubbles here, 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 and here. But I'm not going to get too upset about it. I'm not even going to try to fill that in with any UV resin because, like I say, it's for my bathroom and it's more of a decorative thing for me. And I'm just trying to round it off just a little bit more. It's cured, it's solid, but it's still a little pliable. Okay, now let's see if this lid will fit it. Now see, with this one, it's not such a perfect fit because it's not totally rounded. But I do have another lid that I could make to sit on top of it. Let's see. I want to see if I can see just where. Maybe I could heat it up a little bit and form it a little better on the heat mat. Oops. I'm not going to go crazy with that. Even though I want it to fit it, I will try to heat it and see if I could shape it a little better. Now this one, it looks pretty good. Little bitty teeny air bubbles along the side here. Now I do see some of the gold that tried to run down in there. Maybe I just didn't put enough to really, if you can see those little, that little gold band there. If I had put more, I would say it probably would have been more prominent or either something darker. And this is the lid for that one. I do need to trim the roughness. Very tiny air bubbles around the sides there. Not bad, not bad. I do see some of the gold in the lid. But it's okay. I'm not going to get upset about this. I'm not even going to call it a failure. Let's see if this one, yes, that fits perfectly. So 2 out of 3 is good. I will take this one and I will go around it. And hopefully, like I say, heat it up on my heat mat. And see what I can do as far as shaping it better. Okay. I know I tried to catch it as soon as possible before it was completely cured to try to at least shape it. Nope, still not. That's a little better. Oh, it did fit. Okay, well, I gotta push that in there. Find something I can try to shape it better. There it goes. And do that. So, I'm gonna say this. I will do a little bit more work on it. And I'll come back, let you see the final work on it. And we'll move on to the next part, which will be the large oval tray, which will be in the same color, same similar, well, I'll say similar technique. I will find probably that gold. I could have put a little bit more into it to make it darker, so I'll try that. And then that will be conclusion of the set for the bathroom. Therefore, I want this to sit on a little stand where I can put the Q-tips, cotton, and maybe like little hairpins or ring or something like that. And the tray, this will be displayed on the tray like that. So I will see you in a little bit where we can start to pour the tray. Okay, everybody, I'm back. And as you can see, I went on and I just decorated my parts. I used some acrylic rhinestones to finish it off. And I still have the one lid to make for the one large jar. But this is what I wanted to complete it with. And hopefully it's not too overdone or it's too much. I like it. And this is going to be my little parts to the bathroom, and I'm going to make jars for my husband and a tray for him. And that's what I'm going to be doing on our next video. As you see, I did not complete the tray because you know what? We're going to wrap it up with this and go forward with the trays and have that an extension of the videos that I'm making this year. I want to make complete sets and follow through with it. I hope you like it. I hope that you enjoyed the process with me, even though you didn't get to see me put the rhinestones on. It was a tedious job, and I'm sorry I didn't show you the process, but I'm sure that in the future you will get to see the whole combined detailed process of anything that I make. I'm trying to make content right now to show and to put forth that to help draw more people in. I even had a new subscriber today. And at the end of this video, I will be writing down the names and putting them on screen so that they will know that they're not forgotten. I appreciate you all because everybody that joins, that's just to me a highlight of my day every day. And I thank you all for coming out with me today and finishing up this process with me. Stay tuned for further pieces to come. Have a good day. God bless you all. And just love yourself first and then love others as you're loving yourself. Take care. Bye-bye.